Let me ask you something most men over 50 won't admit out loud. How many times did you get up to pee last night? Once? Twice? Maybe 3 times? Maybe you've lost count because it's become so normal you barely think about it anymore. You shuffle to the bathroom in the dark, you sit down, or you stand there waiting for a weak stream that takes forever to start. You climb back into bed, try to fall asleep again, and just as you're drifting off, your bladder calls you back. Sound familiar? Most men would shrug and say, "That's just getting older, doc." But here's the truth. If you're over 50, and especially past 60, those nighttime trips to the bathroom are not just a part of aging. They are a specific message your body is sending you, a signal, a warning, and most doctors will never sit you down and explain what it really means. I'm Dr. Richard Thompson, a board-certified urologist who has spent over 12 years helping men restore their prostate health, their energy, and their vitality naturally. And today I'm going to show you exactly why this is happening to you, what's really behind it, and the one simple solution most doctors never mention in their 10-minute appointments. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand your body in a way you never have before, you'll know the hidden cause, you'll know the fix, and you'll know the exact steps to take back control of your nights, your sleep, and your confidence. So don't skip ahead, gentlemen. The most important part comes near the end. Stay with me. Let's get something out in the open, because nobody else is going to tell you this. For decades, men have been fed the same tired story. Waking up to pee at night? That's just what happens when you get older. Accept it, live with it, maybe buy some bigger pajamas. That, gentlemen, is the lie. And it's costing you your sleep, your energy, and your peace of mind. The medical term for waking up at night to urinate is nocturia. And let me be crystal clear with you, nocturia is not a natural part of aging. It is a symptom of something deeper happening inside your body that nobody is bothering to explain to you. Think about it like this. Just because something becomes common doesn't make it normal. Fatigue isn't normal. Brain fog isn't normal. A weak, slow urine stream isn't normal. Waking up 3 times a night isn't normal. These are not signs of age, my friend. These are signs of depletion. Your body running low on the very things it needs to function the way it was designed to. And here's the part that should give you hope. Aging is natural. Decline, that's optional. Most of what men call getting old is really just a slow, quiet draining of the nutrients, the blood flow, and the cellular communication that keep your prostate, your bladder, and your entire system working in harmony. The good news? Once you understand what's actually causing those 3 a.m. bathroom trips, you can start reversing them. You can sleep through the night again. You can wake up rested. You can feel like yourself again. But first, you have to know what's really happening inside your body. And that's exactly where we're going next. All right, gentlemen, let me walk you through what's actually going on inside your body. Not too technical, just enough so you truly understand it. Because once you see this clearly, everything starts to make sense. Picture your prostate. It's a small gland, about the size of a walnut, sitting right below your bladder. And here's the key part most men don't know. Your prostate wraps around your urinary tube like a small ring. Imagine a fist closing around a garden hose. That's exactly what your prostate does to the tube that carries urine out of your body. When your prostate is healthy, that fist stays relaxed. The hose stays open, the water flows freely, strong, steady, complete. But after 50, something quiet starts to happen. Your prostate begins to swell. It begins to inflame, and that fist, it starts to tighten. Now your bladder can't fully empty. Every time you try to urinate, a little bit of urine stays behind. You finish, you zip up, you go to bed, but your bladder is still half full. And the moment you lie down, those leftover signals start firing to your brain. Go now, go again, go again. That's why you wake up at 2 a.m., at 4 a.m., at 5 a.m. Here's the truth most men never hear. It's not your bladder being weak. It's not you drinking too much water. It's your prostate being squeezed, restricted, and slowly starved of the one thing it needs most: healthy blood flow. The lifeline that keeps it relaxed, open, and functional. And when that flow slows down, the whole system tightens like a pinched hose. Now here's the part most doctors never sit down to explain. The part that goes deeper than your prostate is enlarged, because the real question is, why is it enlarged in the first place? The answer is something called stromal cell proliferation. I know it sounds technical, but stay with me, because once you understand this, everything changes. Around the outer edges of your prostate, tiny cells slowly build up over the years. Layer by layer, year after year. It's quiet, it's invisible, And it's happening right now in millions of men over 50 who have no idea what's going on inside them. Think of it like sediment slowly clogging the inside of an old copper pipe. At first the pipe still works, the water flows, but as the sediment thickens, the opening narrows. The pressure builds, the flow slows. Eventually, every drop has to fight its way through. That's exactly what's happening around your prostate, and that's why your bladder never gets a proper rest at night. But here's the breakthrough. In 2023, researchers from Fukushima Medical University in Japan published a remarkable study. They showed that healthy blood flow in and around the prostate is what helps your body naturally metabolize these built-up cells. In other words, your body has a built-in cleanup system, but it only works when blood is flowing properly. When blood flow slows down, and after 50 it always does, that cleanup system grinds to a halt. The sediment keeps building, the fist keeps tightening, and the bathroom trips keep multiplying. 2 times a night, 3 times, 4 times, each one stealing a little more of your sleep, your energy, your quality of life. This is the hidden culprit. And the good news, gentlemen, is that it can be reversed. Now let's zoom out for a moment, because this is where the whole picture comes together. Your prostate isn't some isolated organ sitting by itself, doing its own thing. It's part of something bigger. It's part of your circulatory system, and that means it lives or dies by one thing: blood flow. Here's what nobody tells you. After 50, blood flow throughout your entire body begins to slow down. Your arteries stiffen, they lose their flexibility. Your nitric oxide levels, the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wide, start to drop sharply, and when that happens, less oxygen reaches your tissues, less nutrient-rich blood reaches your organs, less life-giving fuel reaches your prostate. Think about your prostate like a garden, a beautiful, vibrant garden that needs constant watering to thrive. When the water supply is strong and steady, the soil stays rich, the plants stand tall, everything blooms. But when the water slows to a trickle, the soil dries out, the leaves wilt, the roots weaken, and eventually the whole garden suffers, no matter how good the seeds were to begin with. That's exactly what's happening inside you. Your prostate isn't broken, it isn't defective, it's thirsty. It's starving for the rich, oxygenated blood it needs to stay relaxed, healthy, and functional. And here's the breakthrough most men never hear. Restore the flow, and you restore the function. It really is that simple. Open up the circulation, and the swelling calms down. The cells start metabolizing again. The fist around your urinary tube relaxes. The bathroom trips fade away. This is the missing piece, the master switch. The one thing almost no one talks about, and once you flip it back on, everything begins to change. Now, gentlemen, here's where I need you to really pay attention, because what I'm about to tell you might be the most important thing you hear today. The same poor blood flow that's making you wake up at night is not just affecting your prostate. It's quietly draining every part of your life. It's dulling your sleep. It's weakening your erections. It's flattening your energy. It's stealing your confidence. And most men never connect the dots. Let me show you the cascade. It all starts with poor prostate blood flow. That leads to restricted urinary function, which means broken sleep, 2, 3, 4 times a night. And broken sleep means your body never reaches deep restorative sleep, the exact phase when about 90% of your daily testosterone is produced. No deep sleep, no testosterone recovery, and now you wake up tired, foggier, drive fades, your mornings feel heavy, your performance in the bedroom slips, your muscles feel weaker, your mood dips, and you start wondering, what's happening to me? This is the domino effect, gentlemen. One falls, they all fall. But here's the beautiful part. Because it's all connected, the reverse is true too. One root cause, one hidden depletion. And when you fix that one thing, when you restore healthy blood flow to your prostate and through your whole body, everything begins to come back online together. Your nights get quieter, your sleep gets deeper, your testosterone starts producing again, your mornings come alive, your energy stabilizes, your confidence rebuilds itself. Your masculine spark, the one you thought was gone, starts to glow again. This isn't a coincidence. This is biology. And once you understand it, you can take back control. Now, gentlemen, I want to pause for a moment, because we've talked a lot about biology, about blood flow, about cells and prostates and science. But there's another side to all this that nobody wants to talk about, and I think it's time we did. Let's be honest with each other. The bathroom trips at night, they're not just a physical issue, they're an emotional one too. I've sat across from countless men in my office who finally admit, after years of holding it in, what this has really been costing them. The embarrassment of staying at your daughter's house and getting up 3 times in the night, hoping nobody hears you. The frustration of sleeping 8 hours and still waking up exhausted, wondering why you feel like you ran a marathon. The quiet shame when intimacy with your wife doesn't go the way it used to. The slow, creeping fear that maybe this is just how life is from now on. Maybe this is the new normal. Maybe the best years really are behind you. I want you to hear me clearly, my friend. This is not a verdict on your masculinity. This is not a final chapter. This is a message from your body that deserves to be heard, not buried under shame. You are not broken. You are depleted. And depletion, gentlemen, can be reversed. I've seen it happen hundreds of times. Men who walked into my office defeated, ready to give up, who walked out months later standing taller, sleeping deeper, smiling wider. Their confidence wasn't gone. It was just waiting for them to give their body the support it needed. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. All right, gentlemen, now that you understand what's really happening and how it's affecting every corner of your life, let's start building the solution. Because knowledge without action is just frustration. And I don't want to leave you frustrated. I want to leave you empowered. Here's something I've learned in over a decade of treating men. Just like your body needs 4 key minerals to truly hydrate at the cellular level, your prostate needs 4 key categories of nutrients to thrive, 4 pillars. And when even one of them is missing, the whole structure starts to wobble. Pillar 1 is blood flow boosters, nutrients that support your body's natural nitric oxide production. These are the compounds that tell your blood vessels to relax and open wide, sending oxygen-rich blood straight to your prostate where it's needed most. Pillar 2 is hormone-supporting botanicals, specific plants used for centuries that protect your testosterone and help your body keep that masculine spark burning strong. Without them, your hormones drift and your vitality drifts with them. Pillar 3 is anti-inflammatory compounds. These calm the swelling and irritation around the prostate tissue. They cool the fire. They let that fist around your urinary tube finally relax and let go. Pillar 4 is essential minerals, especially zinc and magnesium. These are the fuel for the entire system, the electrical charge that keeps every cell communicating, every signal firing, every function working in harmony. Here's the hard truth. Most men over 50 get almost none of these from their modern diet. Soils are depleted, foods are processed, absorption slows with age. That's why supplementation isn't a luxury after 50. It's a necessity. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly how to get all 4 pillars in one simple daily glass. Now, gentlemen, let me tell you something that might surprise you. The most powerful prostate medicine known to man wasn't invented in a lab last year. It was discovered thousands of years ago by cultures who knew the human body in ways we're only now starting to rediscover. Take Tongkat Ali. For centuries, men in Malaysia, Indonesia, and across the East have used this remarkable root to boost male vitality, sexual function, and prostate health. They didn't have studies. They didn't have research papers. They had something better. Generations of results. Then there's ashwagandha. This incredible herb has been used for prostate health, sexual desire, and male performance going back as far as 6000 BC. That's right, 8,000 years of men relying on this single plant to keep their masculine fire burning strong. Panax ginseng was discovered in the mountains of Manchuria, China, more than 5,000 years ago. Ancient healers used it for sexual arousal, energy, stamina, and what they called the life force. And maca root, an ancient Peruvian plant grown high in the Andes, was prized by warriors and emperors alike for drive, fertility, and endurance. These weren't folk remedies, gentlemen. These weren't grandmother's tea. These were the original prostate medicine, the first male health protocols ever written. And today, after decades of peer-reviewed research at universities around the world, modern science is finally catching up. Studies are confirming what these ancient traditions always knew. Specific plants directly support prostate blood flow. They protect testosterone. They balance hormones. They strengthen urinary health. It turns out the answers we've been searching for weren't hiding in some future pharmacy. They were waiting for us, patient and proven in nature itself. All right, gentlemen, I want to share with you one molecule. Just one, because if you understand this single molecule, you'll understand everything you need to know about why some men over 50 sleep through the night and others wake up 4 times. It's called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master molecule of your circulation. Think of it as the signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wide. Not just the big vessels in your arms and legs. but the tiny microscopic vessels feeding your prostate. The ones that deliver oxygen, nutrients, and life-giving blood to the gland that controls your urinary flow. Here's the simple equation I want you to remember. Healthy nitric oxide equals strong blood flow. Strong blood flow equals a healthy, relaxed prostate. And a healthy prostate equals quiet, peaceful nights of uninterrupted sleep. Now flip it. Low nitric oxide equals restricted blood flow. Restricted flow equals an inflamed, enlarged prostate. And that equals waking up at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., shuffling to the bathroom in the dark, never feeling truly rested. So here's the question. What happens to nitric oxide after 50? It drops sharply. Your body's natural ability to produce this critical molecule fades year after year. The blood vessels stiffen, the flow slows, the prostate suffers. And you start paying for it every single night. But here's the good news, my friend. You can support your body's natural nitric oxide production. Specific nutrients, boron, fenugreek, panax, ginseng, nettle root, have been shown to help your body produce this master molecule again. This is the biological switch, the one that turns the lights back on, and when you flip it, everything I've been talking about, the sleep, the energy, the confidence, starts coming back to life.